According to reports, the Zimbabwean cabinet is reported to have approved plans to cut the selected time-bound fuel taxes as a way to ease inflationary pressures and protect its consumers following the fuel supply disruptions caused by the war in the Middle East. Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. If you are still new, kindly subscribe to get latest updates, current affairs and Zim gossip. Also like and share this video. So here it is being said the government to cut fuel taxes move tailored to cushion consumers. So it is reported that the cabinet has approved plans to cut selected time-bound fuel taxes to ease inflationary pressures and protect consumers amid fuel supply disruptions linked to the war in the Middle East. It is also raising ethanol blending in petrol from E5 to E20. This comes as President Mnangagwa on Monday assured the nation that his administration was implementing measures to shield Zimbabwe from global economic shocks caused by the war in the Middle East, which has disrupted global supply chains. Addressing a post-cabinet media briefing in Harare yesterday, Information, Publicity and Broadcasting Service Minister Dr. Shemu Soda said time-bound fuel taxes will be eased. The cabinet considered and approved the report on the impact of the Middle East crisis on pricing of basic commodities as presented by the Minister of Industry and Commerce, said Dr. Soda. While prices hike have been witnessed in the transport sector, it is particularly by passenger vehicle operators. Cabinet considered and approved a review of selected and time-bound fuel taxes in order to contain inflationary pressures and safeguard consumer welfare. Government, he said, also considered increasing ethanol blending of petrol from current E5 to E20 level with a view to reducing the pump price of petrol on the local market. Appropriate refinements of the options are underway and the necessary fuel price adjustments will be communicated in due course, Dr. Soda said. Local ethanol producers have previously indicated that if the market switched from E5 to E20, motorists would save roughly 18 cents per litre at the pump, a significant relief. Dr. Soda noted that cabinet had considered price movements and availability of basic commodities on the domestic market during the period January to March 2026, taking into account the impact of ongoing geopolitical developments in the Middle East. Despite disruptions in the global oil market and the knock-off effect on international fuel prices, local commodity prices had largely remained stable. Most businesses have not increased prices of basic goods such as mealie meal, laundry soap, cooking oil, sugar, flour, rice, bath soap, washing powder, powdered or fresh milk, eggs, beef, chicken, and salt. However, a few bread makers increased prices by an average of 10%, said Dr. Soda. Speaking at the same occasion, the Minister of the Industry and Commerce, Mangaliso Ndlovu, said the country has adequate fuel stocks to insulate against supply shocks and maintain price stability. We have adequate stock both inland and in Beira that we will see us not experiencing any supply shocks. We have adequate stocks for our industry, said Minister Ndlovu. Since the disruptions spawned by the Middle East conflict, government is working with oil traders in opening up supply routes not affected by the current Middle East conflict. To enhance supply flexibility, the importation of diesel by road has been approved and immediate effect in addition to existing pipeline and rail system. So authorities have assured the nation that there are enough stocks of petroleum products in the supply chain with more than 3 months cover available for Beira and inland storage facilities. Without government intervention, diesel would have been priced at $2.20 per litre instead of the current $2.05 per liter, while petrol would have been higher than the current $2.17 per liter. The diesel price have been deliberately set to mitigate the impact on key sectors including mining, agriculture, haulage services, and passenger transport. So this is a report that was shared saying that the government is going to cut taxes so as to cushion prices for its consumers. So there are some comments saying, Kutizo, if the blend is increased from E5 to E20, actually the results of the fuel efficiency is going to be low because E20 is around 20% ethanol and often leads to less mileage. So it means, Kutizo, the cars will travel a lesser distance than it did using that E5. So it means that more fuel will be needed. For example, it's 100 kilometers it was using, let's say 5 liters. It means it will be using more fuel, like for example 7 liters. So this is some of the comments that are coming through and saying raising it's just overnight decision, but reducing it means ages. But why? Can that be done as a matter of agency because people are already suffering? Saying someone posted, say, why do they put ethanol in fuel? So this is a report that was shared, and it means that it seems what it's going to be effective as soon. So for more of these current updates, please subscribe to our channel, also like and share this video.